Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast, a D&D campaign based on Greek mythology. My name is Todd, and I'll be the DM for this adventure. Now the players will say hello themselves.
Hello, I'm Macy, and I will be playing Aldora.
Yo, what up? I'm Dylan. I play Fighter, the Andrak Reborn.
Hello, I'm Becca, and I play Kiriki.
Hey, I'm Kevin, and I play Malachi.
Sometimes it's fun catching up with the Titans and finding out where they've been and what they've been up to since their release. One of the Titans that is kind of in the background doing shit on her own is Gilia, the Titan of Nature. She was released by the efforts of Kronos, Hyperion, and Phoebe. She was surrounded and guarded by an army of centaurs that was placed there deep in a forest by Zeus. After killing all the centaurs and then creating kind of a ritual, or destroying her prison per se, she was released. And then she was greeted by her immediate family. After that, she went over to Sparta and she helped protect some of the Spartans and helped guide the champions to Sparta so that they could negotiate terms that they could both agree to. Now, here's something else she's been up to. Please enjoy. Coming up to the middle of the month of Chameleon, the weather is cold, trees are bare, and farming proves to be difficult. Atop the mountain of Zirovani, a woman sits and looks down on a city to the northwest. The city of Dodani. The city was valued by Zeus, but it was Demeter who now looked down on it. She has slightly wavy brown hair, fair and young-looking skin, and wears a green hamation that is secured over her shoulder by a golden symbol of a torch. It is a simple cloth that drapes over one shoulder, comes down across the chest at an angle, and then drapes down to her ankles like a dress. She has teal eyes that usually sparkle with life, but today they sparkle with sadness. On this mountain, about 1,600 meters from the ground, or over 5,200 feet, she is waiting for her daughter to return, her dear and sweet Persephone. Every year she must spend time in the Underworld, and every year Demeter misses the light of her life. The mountaintop is bare and hard. This is where Zeus often comes to overlook his favorite people, but it was his ruling and his trickery that left Demeter in a state of loneliness. Zeus lied and tricked his brother Hades into thinking Demeter wanted a marriage between Persephone and him, so he took her back to the Underworld. Zeus tricked Demeter by lying and stalling just long enough for Persephone to eat fruit from the Underworld, ensuring she could not leave. Demeter was outraged, and negotiation had to take place. Demeter now splits Persephone's time with herself and Hades, her loving husband. Tears slowly and silently rolled down her beautiful face as she stared off into the distance. She stopped and held her breath as she saw a spot of grass about 10 feet in front of her. It was green, luscious, and healthy. Demeter was confused. How could this happen? No grass can grow here or now. The circle of grass expanded. It was a foot across, then 2 feet, and then 3 feet. Demeter just stared in wonder and fright. Suddenly, it expanded quickly, covering the entire mountaintop. Green and lively grass, flowers sprouted, and vegetables started growing. A tree about 30 feet away grew in front of Demeter. Demeter wanted to protest, wanted to run, wanted to call out for Zeus, but something kept her curious. She had to know. The tree in front of her started to grow fruit. Over the course of half a minute, the tree was populated by young and fresh lemons, growing figs, apricots, and delicious-looking nectarines. They were all on the same tree. She was overwhelmed by curiosity and baffled at how this was possible by anyone but her. The tree started to grow in thickness. It was a few feet thick, and it swelled to twice that size around before someone took shape in it and stepped out. As the tree grew thicker, a tall and slender figure formed in the tree. Then, like eyes opening, green pupils stared out at her. After a few seconds, she stepped out of the tree. She was tall, had brown hair down to her lower back, dark green eyes, full lips, pale skin, leaves and branches growing out of her hair. She had green markings like vines down her legs and forearms. and she wore a green leather shoulderless blouse that trailed off like a flowing dress behind her. Demeter recognized her immediately. After the poisoning and imprisonment of Kronos, this was one of the first Titans to surrender. However, she refused to fight against her own kind and was imprisoned herself. This was Gilia, the original and most powerful being to have control over nature. Demeter wasn't sure how to react. Gilia should not be here. What does it mean? Why is she here? Who else is free? Gilia smiled and gently and slowly raised her hands to Demeter, palms up. She softly and gently said,
"We have much to discuss."
Hello, my name is Becca, and you are listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast.
Malachi.
Hi.
You're gonna see the one on the left-hand side, not the one that got beat by a fucking tail from a T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
He looks afraid, but he looks at this spear that's in his hand, and he hits it on the ground, and you see he says, not an abyssal, but celestial.
Oh,
He
I
says,
don't understand that,
oh.
but Eldora does.
He doesn't really yell it, and she's distracted, so I'm not going to give her anything there.
Fair enough.
Kiriki, do you speak Celestial?
Nope.
All right. So y'all see him say something, kind of those singing words, unlike his usual rough language that you hear him say words in, Malachi.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this you see this spear kind of shoot with lightning all over it. Kind of gets this thematic lightning surrounding it. As he stabs at Ethan, you know what? Let's make it fair. Does it have reach?
Not before?
No, it wasn't. He got this lightning surrounding it. He stabs at it, Ethan, because it doesn't have reach. Malachi, you're still 10 feet away, right?
Correct, yes.
All right. All right. Ethan, he's going to roll to hit. That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
So Ethan's going to take 59 points of lightning damage.
Holy shit.
Wait. I'm sorry, there's a dex save. Ethan, please roll a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, what's Ethan's dex?
10 with a +0.
Natural 20.
5.
Oof.
Or not. Alright, 59 points of lightning damage. Hey, Kevin, you
Damn.
still have that chart up?
Ready and waiting, boss.
What's an 82?
An abdominal wound.
That
is
makes
this
sense.
Piercing weapon, I can assume?
Yes, sir.
His punctured guts. Roll strength or fall.
Well, shit.
Bleh.
Not the lizard.
14.
Sure. He's fine.
Okay.
Because half the
Nice roll.
damage would be like 28, which is impossible, so I don't want to do that.
Okay.
So this spear pierces through his abdominal, which kind of makes sense from the perspective of it. And this lightning courses through Ethan as he takes 59 points of lightning damage. And then this spear loses the lightning property, so it's no longer crackling with this lightning energy after the blow is landed. But he is going to swing again, just regular. Oh, natural one.
A man of extremes, this demon.
Go hard or go home. You want to do some fumbles?
Yeah, I've got it ready.
14.
14. He's distracted. Trip. Roll dex or fall.
This
I mean,
poor
he is
dude.
stabbing the thing that's terrifying him, so I would be distracted.
11. So he doesn't fall.
He does trip, though, which is hilarious.
I mean, he's probably shocked it worked. Because that's big and scary. But that is the end of his turn. The one who's very hurt, who was hit with the tail, he's going to try to attack. He doesn't have a spear. He has a polearm. And it's got serrated blade at the end. This one looks more demonic as opposed to the other one. That's a 10 to hit. Assuming that doesn't hit, Ethan.
Nope.
What about a 24?
Yeah, that does hit.
9 points of slashing damage. Almost minimum.
9.
Yep.
So no points of damage.
Yeah, still
Get it?
good chunk
Is-
though.
9. German for no.
Ich nicht mein Glück.
9.
Ah, I'm so sorry. Alright, after this, that guy's dead. You see the body twitch. Malachi, it is your turn. You're 10 feet away. You saw this shit.
Yeah, he's going to run up and take 2 scythe attacks at the guy that just stabbed Ethan real bad.
Alrighty then.
He just charges in. Would I have to make any kind of special roll to thematically jump through Ethan's legs to slash at this dude?
I mean, if you want to jump through his legs to slash at the dude, I want this to happen. So roll an acrobatics check. If you do a good job, I'll give you advantage. On the
Okay,
attack.
I could do that.
Let's negotiate.
How does a 14 get me?
You know, if it's a big guy, why not? Boom.
Cool. So now I can roll my attack with advantage? Or attacks?
Yeah.
Cool. I dig it.
What's Ethan's CR? Nancy?
CR 8.
Yeah. That was a good choice.
First attack is a 22.
That'll hit.
I'm going to roll damage first and see if I kill this guy straight up. 15 points of damage.
15. He is still alive. He doesn't look healthy per se, but more like a medium rare.
Does 17 hit?
17 does hit.
How about another 14 points of damage?
Still alive, but not healthy.
So yeah, Malachi charging forward. He sees the T-Rex kind of runs past him, does this big thing, this giant turn, and then this guy stabs him, and Malachi like pulls his arms in kind of and does like a leap through Ethan's legs, slashing the dude kind of in like a pinwheel as he's like going over him, and then as he lands behind him in like on one knee, he turns and standing up just slashes across its back with the scythe as well.
Well, that's what we call pretty badass.
And then in Abyssal, he says, "You have tainted this place, foul creature." That's my turn.
All right. Dora. Let your light shine bright.
Shine bright like a diamond.
I'm trying to find. There it is.
Hope.
Was I within her aura still when I made those attacks?
I forgot about that. Yes, sir.
All right, let me roll a couple of d4 for that radiant damage I would have done on both those attacks. It is a d4, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That guy would have taken an additional 5 points of radiant damage.
Oh, he is well done. He's about to be cooked.
I will cast. Which one is closest at the moment?
They're kind of side by side. They're both in front of Ethan directly. The one on the left, the one on the left has Malachi with it. Malachi kind of maneuvered behind it, and it's more away from the entrance of the cave. The one on the right has the entrance to the cave right behind it.
I will. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to flavor this.
Flavor.
Eldora will call a little spear of light, casting guiding bolt and throwing it at if the one that had attacked Ethan is still alive, she's gonna throw it at that.
Oh, he's still alive, all right.
And make a ranged spell attack. 27.
27 will hit. Your guiding bolt guys right into its nuts.
Alright. Alright, 6. It's 9 points of radiant damage.
He is not long for this world at all. Andrak is... Oh, Kiriki's next. Uh-oh. Kiriki, you're up on deck after Ethan.
I was about to say it's Ethan's.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Is that all you want to do with that door?
Healing him would require me to actually go up there because I can't cast another spell. I thought I had healing word on the staff, but it's a cure wounds instead.
It's okay. You've been staying safe. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah. Alrighty. I will end my turn and go to Ethan's turn.
Ethan, want to just walk away?
Nah. The one that attacked him, he's going to be full on going for that one.
Uh-oh. Well, they both attacked. Just one did something and the other didn't.
The one that did the lightning damage.
Okay.
That one
That
he's
one
not
is-
happy with.
Very, 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 very hurt.
Damn. 12?
Unfortunately, a 12 will not hit. He just ducks a little bit out of the way of this huge fucking mouth.
Okay. Well, damn. He will tail attack the one next to him then.
Wait, is that the same one that you got him bolted?
Shit, it is. Yeah, he has an advantage on it, on the attack, actually.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll again.
20.
That will hit.
Sweet.
Bite down. And whenever you bite down, I'm tell you right now, you're gonna kill him. Like, just your damage bonus alone will kill him. So, thematically, roll some damage and then tell me what it looks like.
Alrighty.
Ethan was mad.
So, Ethan is going to pin the creature down with his foot and bite into the abdomen of the creature and rip it out for a total of 42 points of damage.
That guy's gonna feel that in his next life. So
Okay.
that one also is dead. Stomach fucking gone. You'll have
I mean-
one left.
That's just revenge. And then he's going to tail attack the one that was next to the other for a 15 to hit.
Unfortunately, a 15 will just miss.
Damn. Okay. Well, that will end his turn.
Kiriki, you got 2 dead on the ground. Ethan and Malachi are next to 1. You want to pick up the spear and just run off with it?
No.
Yeah. Alright.
How far? I'm about 10 feet
Yeah,
or 20
10 feet away.
10 feet away? Yeah. She's gonna run towards that one with both swords drawn. Yeah. Let's see. First attack. Ooh, that's a natural 1 for the first attack. Should I just roll in the fumble table real fast just in case?
Well, shit.
It could be bad. Here's hoping for the best.
78.
78 is embarrassing. An
Oh,
armor
wow.
piece is knocked off. Strap is cut, belt cut, clothes torn. You lose 2 AC until it's fixed.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
I like that. That's actually really cool. It's not gonna kill you. It's fun. I like that one. I like that.
Do I like slash? Fuck. Do I slash my own like armor piece or something?
I mean, why not? You got leather pieces all over. You could have accidentally, like, missed a little bit, misjudged it, maybe hit a rock, skipped over it, put your leg up too far, cut the piece off of it. Ah, damn it! There goes 2 AC.
As she's running, she draws one of her scimitars, and it like cuts the side of her fucking armor and undoes the strap to her armor plate.
I
It
mean-
kind of shifts off a little.
Damn it.
That's just armor in real life. That's that's fair.
All right, second attack. Fuck it, we're still swinging. 14.
Unfortunately, 14 will not hit.
That's fine. I got a third attack.
Oh, shit.
This is where the natural 20 comes in.
10.
Oh
Missed
my
everything.
God.
No.
What the
My
fuck?
fucking armor was so like just threw
Luck
me off
swap.
completely. I could not keep it together.
Ah,
You've been
that
talking to
sucks.
Macy too much. Her luck's rubbing off on you.
Uh-oh. Yep.
I've been what? I didn't hear what Dylan said.
Oh.
He said Macy's bad luck has rubbed off on you from playing with her for too much.
Hmm.
Oh well, take it back. I don't want it.
Neither
you.
did she.
Next thing you know, Todd will kill you.
Well, you know
Wait.
what?
She has a
That's
backup
fine.
character. We're good.
Yeah, it's all gravy.
Yeah, it's fine.
Did you say it was all
Um,
gravy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Biscuits and gravy. And Jack. Oh, I'm sorry. Kiriki, is there anything else you'd like to miss on?
No, that's it.
All right.
Unnecessarily cold, Todd.
I'm sorry. I just didn't want her to miss an opportunity.
Oh my god.
Hey Todd, go fuck yourself.
You're banned.
Done. Edrak.
What? How far away is the last one?
From you, 10 feet.
Cool. He's stomping on over. Gripping his greatsword as he's gonna initiate a use of fighting spirit as the steam kind of rolls off of him. So the first hit's a 27,
That will hit.
followed by a 13 on
Jesus.
both sides.
You hit with the 27, miss with the 13.
And is the Crusader's Mantle still up?
I believe so.
Cool.
She hasn't done anything else.
That's gonna be 14 points of damage. 10 slashing, 4 radiant.
He is still kicking. Not great, but he's alright.
Wild.
He comes down with the first one and then tries to swing, but they duck under the wide swing, and that will be his turn.
Alright. So this guy, nobody's hurt except for Athan. Athan doesn't even look hurt. Nobody looks weak. It's just terrible.
Is only one left, or are they both still up?
No, there's only one left. Okay. So, Malachi, with what you said to him about desecrating the temple,
Yeah.
he's going to turn to you, and in Abyssal, he'll say, "The temple is now full of death. Your priests are dead. We rule it." And then he's going to smile at Athan and take a shot twice with his serrated polearm. A 16 and a 20 to hit.
Yep.
Alright, first is 17 points of slashing damage.
Hey, is Ethan next to me?
Yeah.
I'm going to use my reaction, interception fighting.
That's where you minus like 1d10 or something.
1d10 plus 4.
Oh, hey, eventually I'll remember y'all's stuff.
That first attack is decreased by 9 points of damage.
Damn. So Athan takes 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then 10 points of slashing damage from the second hit.
Okay.
And that is the end of his turn. Malachi, it is your turn. You may fire when ready.
Yeah, Malachi just he doesn't say anything in response to that. He just brings the scythe down onto its face. Ideally, to kill it. Does 26 hit?
Somehow it gets there.
11 points of damage.
Still alive.
Okay, does a 12 probably doesn't hit.
No, sir.
Okay, then he's going to do his pole arm attack, which I remembered now that I have after looking over my sheet. What's that? It's a +6. Okay.
Blood trickling down him.
Natural 20 for a 26.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
This big cut down his face. Just black blood oozing out from it. He looks at you and smiles.
So that's maximum hit die and then the modifier, right?
Yes.
Okay. 7 points of damage.
Ah.
But I get to roll on the hit crit table, right?
Yes, sir.
41. Which is a massive hit for 3 times the damage. 3 times 7. Does that do it?
What does it look like as Malachi kills him with the butt of his weapon?
So he throws out that little jab at Malachi, and then Malachi like brings the first swing across him and like opens up his gut, and then takes the butt of his scythe and jams it into the dude's eye, and like drags his head to the ground and just pushes down until he crushes the dude's brain.
Damn.
Damn. That's cold. But it is done. You guys are out of initiative. You have these 3 corpses. No basket. Pile of bodies to your right, the right of the doorway to the entrance. Malachi, you see the symbol. It looks like a scepter with kind of a cross under a crescent moon with a circle in the middle of it. You know what that represents?
He's going to look over that specific body, just do a quick inventory check of it, like see if the person who died has anything that may have been important still on him, or if he's been stripped clean.
Which body?
The one with the symbol on it.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, the symbol is above the cave and around
my
it.
bad. Okay. Then he
No,
will
there-
investigate the bodies to look for any priests.
All right. You don't see any bodies of priests out here.
Okay. Then he would kind of stand up, look at the bodies, come back for them later, and then he's just going to turn and proceed into the cave, into the temple.
Before Kiriki follows him into the temple, the bodies that we just killed, are they disappearing or are they staying?
They are staying.
And you said they were humanoid-esque?
Yeah. Well, more human than not. Like 2 legs, 2 arms, a head. They do have horns. They do have gnarled features and demonic influence. So I just mean that in kind of a humanoid relation.
Got it. I was just getting my facts straight. Does their blood look like similar demon blood?
Yes, ma'am.
Icky.
Black demonic ichor.
Yep. Yucky. We didn't see anything on the bodies other than that sphere, right?
No, they're not really carrying anything. One has a serrated pole arm. 2 of them have spears.
What's the balance on these spears? Do
Sorry?
they feel wieldy?
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
Are the spears like reasonable to pick up and throw like normal spears?
Yeah, you could throw them like a spear.
They're not like imbalanced or improperly crafted.
No, you pick it up and it actually feels very well crafted. It is very smooth, very well made. It is silver with some gold inlay.
And how many spears? 2, right?
2, yes sir.
He'll take both of them.
Alrighty then.
And then he'll go reclaim his hand axe and put it back on his belt.
Okay.
Beer time. And then he'll go regroup with Malachi
Alright.
before he wanders into a cave on his own.
Malachi, or I'm sorry, before I continue. Adora, what are you doing?
Eldora was going actually over to heal Ethan
Aw.
because that took a lot of damage. So she's going to use her healing hands. As an action, you can touch a creature, roll a number of d4s equal to your proficiency bonus. Their creature gains. Okay. Shit. I mean, look at my proficiency bonus. Okay. And she'll heal Ethan 10 points of healing.
Okay.
No one else really needed healing, did they?
No, he's the only one who got hit.
Thought so. But yeah, she's gonna basically, while everyone's doing that, kind of aiding Ethan.
Alright. So, while this cavern does look wide enough for Ethan, it's not tall. It's made for humans. So he will lose a little bit of movement speed. He'll be at half movement. But otherwise, he'll be just fine.
Okay.
Alright. So you guys go in there. Malachi, you went in there post-haste.
Yes.
You see the light blue mist on the ground. You are accustomed to this. This usually does mean the presence of spirits or the presence of Hades does come here every now and then. This is what they call an essence of undeath, or the Underworld itself was kind of bleeding into this area. And so it's possibly it was like this, and then they built the temple around it specifically. Ahead of you, you can see it splits off to the left and the right. After that, about 5 feet more. Which way do you want to go?
Is the layout of this place in any way familiar to him, or does this seem not like a standard thing? Like it's comes and goes in layouts for these kinds of places.
These places come and go. Do you wanna see if you've ever been here?
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Let's do a D100. Let's say 10% chance.
71?
Nope, never been here.
Okay.
She told you to the right there was light in the altar. And actually, wait, what did you tell Kiriki? Sorry.
Told that there was a mine and that there was an altar. I didn't say which directions they were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he'll walk in and look around at the fork. Is it easy enough for him to see from the fork the mined out area?
That depends. How well can you see in darkness?
Well, as he recently leveled up to level
Shit.
10, his awesome patron gifted him the ability, because he was having so much difficulty with seeing in the dark. He has now got Devil's Sight.
Wait,
Which
you weren't
means-
supposed to get that.
Which means I can now see in 120 feet of darkness, normal and magical.
Kiriki doesn't know that he can see in the dark now, but she has strolled up behind him and points to which direction each place was.
Yeah, so y'all did pass the pile of torches. And I once again forgot to talk about y'all's level up. Son of a bitch. So, let's do that real quick before I forget again. Outdora, did you get anything at level 10?
Besides 2 more spell slots and another cantrip, I got Divine Intervention.
That is a good one. Let's not skim over that. What does that do?
Let me just go over it again. I can call upon the person that I worship. If you roll a number equal to lower than your cleric level, your deity intervenes. The DM chooses the nature of the intervention. The effect of any cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate if your deity intervenes. You can't use this feature again for 7 days. Yep.
Yeah. And I want you to know, I've already picked out what's going to happen. She's going to sit you down with some people that you used to know, and she's going to go, Outdora, we care about you. Your mother wrote you a letter that she wants to read to you real quick. Just to let you know that you're loved. Oh,
Drugs.
you've never been an
Why am I in
alcoholic. You
this?
don't get that one. Hey! Yay, drugs! Alright, so, did you get anything else? I mean, spell
Really?
slots is pretty cool, because that's how you do cool shit, so.
Yeah, I got
But
another
Divine
5th level
Intervention
spell
is the bad
slot.
one. Oh, I'm not looking forward to y'all's next level where you get 6 level spells. You know. Andrak, the huge fucking fighter. What'd you get?
Tireless Spirit.
Is that where you can run 4 days?
Anytime I roll for initiative and I am out of use as a fighting spirit, I get a new use of fighting spirit.
Oh. Well, that
That
really
is it.
explains the name. So you constantly get advantage and temporary hit points every fight.
Yep.
Good for you.
That is all I can do. I can take damage and do damage. That is all.
I mean, that means you could start a fight out with temporary hit points and a critical hit, so I mean, that's pretty good. Kiriki?
I can prepare one more spell, and I got something called Cleaning Blood. The constant cleansing of you apply to your blood has given you the ability to rid of poisons and diseases before they can affect you. You are now immune to the poison condition, to poison damage and diseases.
Hell yeah.
Wait, you're immune to poison damage?
Yeah.
Are you dipping your sauce in that demon blood?
No, I clean my blood so much, it just doesn't stay in my body long enough for anything to actually take effect.
Can't be poisoned if you don't have the blood.
If my body's
There's blood all
constantly-
around her.
constantly making new blood, it's not gonna stay in there long enough.
Yeah.
That's
Just
awesome.
bleeding all over the place. Like, who's winning now?
Hey, she's still killing things.
Yeah.
As long as she's not
Effectively.
missing.
That's gonna help you a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. I gotta change some of these things to fire. Alright. This lizard now spits fire spittle.
That's just a dragon, but okay.
There are no dragons in deity. Stop it.
Oh. Okay.
It's just
I
D from
can't
now
believe
on.
Blabs doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
You want to play Dungeons? Oh, that sounds actually... Never mind. Malachi!
Yeah, so I swapped out one of my Eldritch Invocations, which was Relentless Hex, which originally allowed me to teleport within 30 feet of any hexed enemy. Didn't really find too many uses of that so far, so I swapped it out for Devil's Sight, because we're always in the fucking dark and I can never see. And then I also gained the Armor of Hexes feature. If a target cursed by your Hexblade's curse hits you with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to roll a d6, and on a 4 or higher, the attack misses, regardless of its roll. And there's no limits on that. I can do it anytime I have a reaction.
Wait. That sucks.
It's
I mean,
actually
not for
pretty
you.
good. Yeah.
Damn.
And it only works against something that's got my Hexblade's curse on it, so only one enemy can, effectively miss me on that.
Yeah, but that means if you're fighting, let's say, a god, there's a 30% chance that he can't even hit you.
Yeah, correct.
Damn. Alright, y'all. I think you're ready to fight Zeus. Let's go.
Bring him
We're
on.
going to skip a few episodes here. You're now listening to Chapter 4, Episode 83. Alright, man, that's some cool shit. I don't like it.
As Kiriki comes up to Malachi and points down the directions to point out which way things are, Malachi kind of like turns to look in the direction that she is pointing at, and you can see his eyes now glow faintly red in the dark.
Oh my god, twins.
Oh,
Behind you, Andrak walks into a wall.
Donk.
Before we go too much further, I have to fix my armor. We should take a small break and think about things. Did the creatures, they were talking, but what did they say?
They were taunting me. They claimed that this place was filled with death, but that the priests of Hades had been killed, and it was theirs now. They must have recognized me as a follower, and just wanted to get at me. I would think nothing of it. This place is Hades, and it always will be. Take us to the chamber with the altars. You can rest there while I investigate the place.
Okay. As she's walking, she has part of her armor, and she's playing with the strap a little bit.
Do y'all turn around and get Outdora to get Andrak?
I don't think these two people care about Andrak bumping into the walls.
No,
Andrak walks into the wall.
they kept walking. They saw Andrak do that, and it's not enough to them to put any concern.
So,
At least Kiriki did.
Yeah.
Aldora, as these two walk away, let's talk about your responsibilities as a babysitter. In front of you, you have a large 10-man human. Behind you, you have a giant T-Rex, neither of which can see.
Gonna look around, realize that they're struggling. Oh, right. Forgot about
There's
that.
a wall.
Sorry. Then she is going to cast light on her shield.
Hey.
And Malachi and Kiriki turn around, go, and then hiss at her and start scurrying off like raccoons.
Yeah, you guys see this naturally formed cavern that's been somewhat smoothed out, adding a bit of man-made touch to it. The light mists on the ground, and then Kiriki and Malachi are walking off to the right.
Aldora is like this party's darkness designated driver.
Oh, she really is the light.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, let's get dark real quick. Malachi,
Yes.
you walk into this room. You see it's lit. Torches on either side of it. You know they're lit, and while it is a flame, you know about the Temple of Hades, and that these torches will not be going out.
Mm-hmm.
They are lit eternally, as long as the dead need to be accepted. You see the altar, the two altars beside it.
Mm-hmm.
You know that general practice? This is where you would put your family member or whatever, and then on the other side of it, you would put the offering to Hades to accept them and put them in a higher standing.
He would approach the altars and just kind of look them over, check for any signs of desecration or any, valuable artifacts that have been taken that he would know of.
Okay. Why don't you roll a investigation or perception?
Okay.
And now, Dora, as you approach this room, you hear faint whispers, but you look around, you see nothing. Andrak, same with you.
It's a 23 investigation.
A 23.
Yes.
Nice.
This means a
So,
lot.
next to the altar, on the floor, and between the human altar and the animal altar, we're going to call them, now that you're here, you see a golden mask. This mask looks very intricate, but not handmade. This mask was not made by man, but it was made for the dead, by the dead. It is a golden mask that covers entirely the front of the face. It has a brown leather strap that just goes around the back. You can see it has kind of teeth carved into it to represent where the mouth would be. A nose carved in it. You can see there's nostril holes, eye holes. There's no hole for the mouth though, so nobody will ever know the expression, only the eyes.
Yeah, he looks at it and leans over, kind of takes a knee and picks it up and stands back up and kind of dusts it off.
And Kiriki sees you pick up this golden mask.
He is kind of just staring at the mask.
What is that?
This... I've seen this before. The question Kiriki poses kind of gets lost for a moment as Malachi kind of zones out into the mask, kind of fading into a soft buzzing, the sounds of Andrak and Aldora walking and, the giant lizard trying to make his way through the cave, all kind of fade out as Malachi's mind drifts back to a time and place far before any of this, to a temple of Hades, a different one, located in a place now forgotten to most, sitting atop a cliffside along the eastern coast of Greece. The interior of this place, cold, dark, and scarcely populated with disciples. A faint sound carries through the halls of the temple, like the wind whispering in your ear. Malachi walks through these halls, his footsteps causing an echo that fills the silence and battles the whispers as they wrap themselves around his mind. It had taken him days to reach this place. The first order given to him through his new connection to Hades, to find others like him and learn the ways of the dead. His body felt strange, cold and numb. His breathing was slow and his heartbeat a strange, off-rhythm pulse. He turns into a large antechamber, a hexagonal room with a large stone altar in the middle and large lit braziers in each corner, with green flames inside emitting a strange and unnerving light through the room. Across from him stands a man in thick gray robes that cover him completely, making his form appear almost like a statue in the room. The strange man raises his hand out towards Malachi, revealing gnarled and bony fingers tightly wrapped in a gray, lifeless flesh.
Come, child. I have been expecting you for some time now.
Malachi pauses at the entrance to the room, staring at the man across from him cautiously.
You are expecting me? Yes. Our master informed me that a new soul was to join us here. And here you stand.
Malachi takes a few steps into the room, examining his surroundings carefully. As he grows closer to the man and the large stone altar, he sees a golden mask lying upon the altar. Growing closer, he feels a strange pull at his clothing, as if someone was attempting to grab at him, but with soft, faltering grasps. The whispers grow louder the closer he gets to the man and the mask.
What's going on here? What is this place? This is a temple. Surely you can feel the presence of our God here. His touch has graced this place many times.
The man holds both of his hands out in a wide arc as he speaks,
his face shrouded in shadows under the heavy hood, featureless and void-like. Malachi stares at him. His hands shake slightly as he feels a sudden fear encompass him. A temple of Hades? The man lets out a dry laugh. His robes billow as if swayed by the wind.
Yes, child. I am Enos, a priest of our Lord of Death. Come to the altar, and I will show you just one of the many lessons you will learn here.
Malachi slowly approaches the altar, each footstep closer, feeling easier, yet the pull of the unseen grows more fervently opposed. Finally, he stands across from Enos, staring down at the golden mask that lay upon the altar.
Take this mask and don it. You will see firsthand the work ahead of you.
Enos's gnarled hand motions towards the strange mask, ushering both a command as well as an invitation. Malachi hesitates, and for a split moment he hears the whispers beg him not to do it.
What will happen to me? What is this thing for?
You will see. Don it. No.
The last word from Enos's mouth carries a different tone, almost like another voice ushered the command in his stead. Malachi's hand begins to move against his will, reaching out and taking the mask from the altar. He struggles to regain his control, but it is beyond him. Before he can react, the mask is slowly brought up to his face. A faint shimmer of power swirls inside it, like a pond of green and black. As the mask grows closer to his face, the magic reaches out and grasps at him like tendrils, pulling it onto his face with almost a snap. All at once, Malachi is assaulted by horrifying visions. A man kneeling against a wall, deep wounds across his back as another stands behind him, wielding a long whip with metal tassels at the end, chuckling in glee as he brings it down on the first man's back again and again. It shifts, this time a woman, her arms pulled apart from each other slowly on some kind of table as a robed figure turns a wheel. A painful crack is heard as the woman cries out in pain. The vision fades again as a new one appears, this time a man chained to a wall, hanging 2 feet above the ground as a robed figure approaches him and slowly cuts his body with a dagger that drips with some kind of black fluid. Malachi attempts to scream as he feels the suffering and the pain of the souls being tortured in these visions, but his throat closes and no sound comes forth. He desperately tries to move his arms and pull the mask from his face, but his limbs, similarly, are useless. Finally, through the wails of the victims and the panic in his own mind, he hears Enos speak to him once again.
The tortured souls of the ones you see dwell in this place. They are restless and trapped between life and death. It is your role to free them from this limbo. Put their souls to rest and send them to the Underworld, so that our master may grant them the afterlife they deserve.
Choking on the words, taking as much effort as he can bear, Malachi forces out a single word.
How?
Enos moves around the altar, standing next to Malachi. He places a hand on the mask.
Focus your connection to Hades. Use the power he has gifted you to channel your will into the mask. You must gain control of it before you can usher commands to the spirits.
Malachi drops to one knee, his willpower beginning to falter as he is overwhelmed by the cries of the damned souls all around him. He reaches out in his mind, trying to reach the dark presence of his patron that he has felt since his reawakening. A moment that feels like a decade passes. Sweat streams from his brow as he grasps at the power he has within. Finally, as he connects with it, a pulse surges through his entire body, and he falls on his hands. The voices and screams quiet, and he no longer feels the pain and sorrow. He looks up, surrounded in a room, now by not just Enos, but also a half-dozen forms. The spirits of those lost, tortured souls crowd around him. Their forms flicker between looking as real as a living person and a faded green specter wrapped with decay and rot.
I see them.
Good. Now rise to your feet.
Doing so, Malachi leans slightly on the altar, watching the souls stare at him in quiet suffering.
From the state, the souls will listen to direction. You must choose to perform a ritual to release them to Hades. Or
Enos pulls a strange ornate dagger from within his robes. Its handle appears as a twisting serpent. The blade looks as black as the darkest night. Without hesitation, he turns to one of the souls and plunges the dagger into its chest. With a howling shriek, the soul spirals into itself and bursts into faded green smoke.
you may also destroy them. This eradicates the soul from existence. They will find no peace, and they will not go to the Underworld. They are simply no more.
Enos then places the blade of the dagger in his left palm, pulling it across his gnarled flesh and drawing thick blood.
To free them, you must give a mortal offering. Blood is best. This will help the souls attach to something living, and grant them a vessel to reach the river Styx. As with all souls, the ferryman will need payment, and so we mark a piece of gold with the blood.
Enos reaches into a pouch and pulls out a single coin, dripping some of his blood onto it.
Give the soul the blood-stained gold, and speak to them a prayer of passing.
Enos approaches another of the souls, holding the coin out in front of him and speaking in a strange dialect of Greek.
Go forth to your eternal peace, O soul. Go forth beyond this mortal realm to be judged by the god of the dead, and receive what you may deserve.
The soul reaches out and takes the coin, and then with a smile turning on its face, it fades away and no longer stands before them.
Not all souls will be willing to pass peacefully, which is why the ultimate choice of how to release them falls to us. It is not uncommon for souls to become restless and agitated in their living state. To be an agent of Hades is to accept the trials that you will face in granting them passage. You will learn more in the days to come. We have much work to do.
Enos turns back to Malachi, holding the dagger out in offering for him to take. And with that, the memory fades. Malachi finds himself back in front of the altars, holding the mask in his hand as he turns to Kiriki.
This is a very important thing. We may need it in this place, depending on how deeply these demons have desecrated the spirits here.
Is it safe?
In trained hands, yes.
I would like to take a moment, because we're not going to brush by how good you did right there and not fucking say anything. Kevin, you did really good. If you would actually use your inspiration, then you would get it. But you have the Becca effect.
He just got it. What do you mean?
I was going to say, I haven't had a use space for it yet.
You should have critted. Good job, by the way.
Thank you.
If there are spirits that are restless in this place, I will need it to help them or stop them, depending on what state of being they are in. If one of the other of you were to put this on, it would likely simply torture your spirit, drive you to madness. I have trained for such things, though, and this means that there is likely a chance that spirits will be very restless here. Be prepared. If they are panicked, they will attack. Agitated spirits do not see friend or foe. They simply strike. They lash out at anything they can.
That explained the whispers you and Andrek hear, Eldora. Malachi, you know that if you did put on the mask, you'd be able to see them.
Yeah, I believe actually after he tells her that, he would kind of pull back his hood. It's the first time probably since you guys have met him, he has pulled back his hood. And
hair matted, nasty, all over the place.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
like one level of care away from being dreads, but it's basically like just nasty, dirty, like shoulder length brown hair. And he just kind of pulls the leather strap up and around and places the mask upon his face and then pulls the hood back up over.
All right, let's stop there for a second. As he does that, the effects that the demons have had on this place have changed a few things. I need Aldora, Andrak, and Kuriki to make wisdom saving throws, please. And the DC is based off the person who made the mask.
Oh.
Interesting.
Let me just look that up real quick. Oh, yeah, you got this. All right, how'd you do?
21.
Go ahead.
I got 10.
A 10?
1, 10.
Holy shit, that's a hell of a bonus.
I got a 9.
A 9?
Mm-hmm.
Kiriki, you feel dizzy. Your vision goes dark. Everybody's vision goes dark. But Kiriki, you feel dizzy, and you hear whispering words in your ear that are familiar. A woman's voice, and you just hear this very angry no. As we talk about a lovely town. I mean, it is beautiful this time of year. So, just beyond this town is the beautiful lake where a lot of fishing takes place and people go out there and spend time with their family. It's got kind of a beachy area where there's a bit of sand. All the buildings here are very squared. Very much of the Mycenaean era. But, so there's not really a lot of angles, it's just square buildings. Dark stone, up and down, straight across. In the very center of it is the temple, which everybody knows, everybody goes to. It's a wonderful place. You guys are all inside of a building, and you are wearing leather guards with straps that come out the shoulders and around the waist, forming almost like a skirt. And in the middle is a gold emblem, and it's of a woman who has like a sword to her side that her hand is on, and she's holding up justice scales. And you can see around this, in kind of a circle surrounding this image, it says, Honorable, Venerable Themis, with eyes of dark, you see all things, and you distribute fairly to the righteous. And you all have hints of your familiar traits for your face and build and body, but at the same time, you don't look like you. You all look like humans with darker skin and have kind of the same features, but at the same time, you don't. You see another man in this room, and he's looking down, and you follow his eyes, and there's a dead body on the ground. It is it's kind of a shorter woman. She has short curled brown hair. Her eyes are being held open as he's looking at her, and then he stands up, and her eyes are green. She has rugged black skin. She has kind of a bigger muscular build, so she ain't no punk. And then he stands up, and he looks over at you, Andrak, and who everybody recognizes to have Andrak's features, and he says, "Another body. I don't know what we're gonna do, but this is the 7th one." You kind of look around, and there's broken furniture, but not like there was a fight. More like somebody just like fell onto it, and you can see wine laying around in like jars. We have to figure out what happened here. I'm gonna go outside and make sure nobody's coming in, but I don't know. You guys look around and just kind of see what you can figure out. We need to stop these murders. And he kind of looks down and shakes his head and walks out the door.
This is everybody, including Malachi?
Yep. The only person missing is Ethan.
Would Malachi have any inclination or know what is going on from past experiences dealing with spirits and these specific things that happen?
Make a history check. Please.
Let me just roll my history with my +0 to that.
Andrak, you might be a little mad more than frustrated because your arms have shrank. You are not you.
This is super confusing. I got a nat 1.
So the uniforms you don't really recognize. The building you don't recognize. The person you don't recognize. It's weird that he called him Andrak, but he didn't look like Andrak, and you don't know this man. It's just a whole bunch of,
What is happening?
He
Where are you
turns.
going?
He turns to the man who was addressed as Andrak, and looks him over.
You can see like features that kind of look like Andrak, but at the same time, it's not him.
Andrak, do you know what is happening?
I don't know if I want to do a different voice. It would be kind of funny. Andrak shakes his head, and he'll look around, mostly at his arms, like, the fuck, why am I so scrawny?
Looking around, do the others have any features that might give me a clue as to who the rest of the party is at this point?
Yeah, so Aldora looks actually like Aldora.
Oh, okay.
Like, she pretty much looks the same. But, like, you look, well, I don't want to seem rude, but cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
Andrak looks smaller. And Kiriki looks,
Less bloody.
yeah, I don't want to say more normal, but
Does she also
more
look
acceptable socially. Yeah, she does look cleaner. No scars. And Kiriki, this is a side note to just you, but your hunger is not there.
Does Malachi feel more lively?
He does.
He kind of holds out his hands and like feels his own hands, kind of feels the pressure of him like squeezing his own palm.
We're in different forms. This place, that person talked to you as if he knew you, Andrak. You really don't know what's going on.
Andrak's, like, looking up to Malachi. I imagine
much
that
better.
now he's shorter.
Yeah.
He's now the
about
shortest
the
of
same
the group.
height. Yeah.
No, I want to say he's the shortest because
Oh,
it's funnier.
okay, yeah.
He, like, looks up. Why am I shorter than you?
I feel like that's the least of the worries that we have.
This is very worrying.
Do any of our other senses change? Like dark vision, anything like that? Like, does it look darker in here than it should?
So it's roughly around 2 p.m. Sundial time, but you can't really tell that much. Like, you can try to find a different room in this home and try to find out, but otherwise, like, you can still discern colors. The specks of gray that you might see in a darker area, it's just not dark enough to really tell yet. But your eyes do, I guess, feel different. Malachi, yours definitely do, because, you know, it's kind of new.
Mm-hmm. Malachi's going to reach up. Can he feel... He's feeling his face. Can he feel the mask there at all?
You do not feel the mask.
Where are
You
we?
look younger.
Did you say, do you look younger?
She said, all of you look younger. More pure, I guess.
Damn, that's the nicest insult ever. Kidding.
We don't look like ourselves, correct?
No, man. You have familiar, like, you can recognize each other, but at the same time, you look different.
It's like an unspoken familiarity.
Yeah.
Kiriki's gonna walk over to the wall and put like one of her feet on it. Does it stick or is it kind of sliding?
No, it slides off. As soon as you put pressure on it, you feel it start sliding downward. But you do have some pretty nice sandals on.
Malachi's going to walk around this room a little bit and look for any kind of papers or anything that might indicate where they are and when they are.
Yeah, so I'm not going to make you roll. You look around long enough, you find like a little desk area. You can see, you know, ink and quills, and you look inside the desk, and you do see a deed to this home in the city of Becino. Beceno.
Becino. Do I know that name of that place?
I can't let you do another history check this soon without really. Well, yeah, do it with disadvantage because now you have a name. So you've already done it, but now you have a name to kind of try to put with it. So I'll give it to you again, but just do it with a disadvantage.
Damn, that's so bad. I rolled a nat 20 on the first roll, and then the actual roll that I get to use is a 10.
I mean, no, it's not really ringing any bells.
Becino.
Once again, he'll turn back to Andrak.
Andrak. Becino. Does that mean anything to you?
Doesn't mean anything to him.
Anybody who would like to can go ahead and roll a history check, and let's see if it means anything to anybody. No, yeah, Dora, she'll not 20 this thing.
Bro, you jinxed it.
Sorry!
That's a 7.
A 7? That ain't
Yeah.
gonna do it.
9. That's
Well,
jinxed.
unfortunately,
Kiriki got a 17.
a 17? Kiriki, do you want me to tell you what you heard about it, or why you heard about it?
I can't have both.
Okay, you talked me into it. Which one do you want first?
Why I've heard about it.
Because it is the biggest outbreak of a natural poison known in history.
Alright, and the other one?
Systematically, over time, a whole town was killed, one by one. But nobody knows who did it or how.
Kiriki will stop trying to put her feet on the wall, as when he says that, she'll spin quick. How long ago was this? Would I have known?
Ooh. I'm gonna say distant past, not sure exactly what year.
Was
Like-
I around?
No.
Okay. She spins around and look. Did you say Passino?
Vecino with a B.
Passino. That town was killed. Everyone was poisoned. They died one by one. It was a long time ago. And I mean a long time ago.
But we're here now, and we just spoke to a living man, so how could that be? Unless... No, that's ridiculous. Never mind.
A
No,
vision
no.
of the past, maybe.
A vision. If it's a vision, it's very strong.
The realm of spirits can feel as real as anything. It's not outside the realm of possibility. It certainly sounds more realistic than what I was going to say about perhaps we have been sent backwards into the time. Somehow.
Unlikely.
Like I said, it was a foolish thought. I didn't give it much credence. I would tend to agree with Andrak. This is more likely some kind of spiritual vision.
Then something... There must be a reason why we're being shown this. Something that will help us.
I placed the mask. You two don't know what I'm talking about. There was a mask. It allows one to see spirits. I placed it on my face, and then next thing I knew we were here. There could be a correlation, although I've never had this experience with it, and it certainly makes no sense as to why the rest of you would be involved in it.
What usually happens when you put that mask on?
Spirits become corporeal in a sense. They manifest in a shape and form that you can see and interact with. It's to assist in passing them on to the afterlife. I've never been teleported to an entirely different place or time before. This is very unusual.
Do we have any weapons on us? I know we have an armor on.
Yes, ma'am. So you have standard issue armor, which you can assume because you're all wearing the exact same thing. You also are carrying bronze swords. Not long, just a simple handle with a curve at the end. Much like a gladius, if you know what that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Straight blade.
If I were to... Does Kiriki feel her magic?
It feels very distant.
I don't like this.
Perhaps if this is some kind of vision inspired by a spirit that needs assistance passing, we should follow through with what the vision intends. That man who walked out said they need to investigate the murders. Perhaps we follow through on that and see what happens. Kiriki, you said that this place was killed by a mass poisoning. Perhaps our job here is to find out how that started.
If it is all we have to try to free ourselves from this place, might as well try.
There is a chance that the souls that have died here because of the poisoning need a release, need to be accepted in some way to move on in life and into the afterlife, and perhaps there is a purpose here that we must fulfill in order to do that. That is as much as I can do.
Wait, you said when you put the mask on, it shows you spirits, correct?
Yes, but Not like this usually.
I don't think we've been teleported.
You think we're still in the temple?
Technically, I mean, it was a long time ago. Things are built and destroyed in those depths all the time.
It's not impossible. Once again, I've never had a spiritual connection that it manifested entirely like this. My form changing, the forms of others changing. But the spirit realm is a very potent place, and it's the thin veil between mortality and spirits is even thinner inside temples to Hades. It is possible. Aldora, Andrak, do you have input?
Not really. Other than we should most likely just, like you had said, follow along.
Investigate what we can.
There's a story to be heard here. These souls have reached out to us. If this is a spiritual vision, we must see what they plead for and assist them.
Talk to the man who walked out of here. Maybe he has a point to lead.
I suggest you do the talking. He seems familiar with you.
I've never met that man before, but very well.
And Malachi will wait for Andrak to lead the way.
Short Drac will walk out the building towards where he saw the man go.
All right. Yeah, you walk out the building, and this looks very plain. The windows are just drapes over holes in the side of stone. Like, these buildings look very different in the architecture that you're used to. They do not look fancy at all, although at the same time, they look sophisticated. So, a little bit of mixed signals there. You walk outside, you see there's kind of a crowd of people. They're all wearing simple tunics. They look concerned. Some of them are asking what happened. The guy you met before is out there with a few other people in the same uniform or garb as you. And they're saying, "Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. Go home. Everything's fine." And then he sees you come out, the one you saw before, and he walks up to you. "Did you find out anything?"
Not that we could see.
"We gotta find out what's happening to these people."
What was the state of the other victims we have come across?
"Dead."
Wounds?
No visible wounds. You were there. You saw them. The first one, Ellen, she just died. Cedric, same thing. No harm. Alexia, same thing. Ronald, dead. And he was a fighter. The boring guy, he's fine. Just died. Francis, same thing. Poor man. He's worked so hard. He was retiring next year.
Did they frequent any similar spots that we know of?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's a small village. You know how it is here. We all go to the same places.
He'll look at Kiriki and Malachi. Maybe we should investigate the places to get beverages. You said a mass poisoning?
He kind of looks at you both. What's a mass poisoning?
Nothing. Go away.
But, I'm here to work.
Okay, work somewhere else.
But I can't. It's my orders.
Okay, not my problem. Goodbye.
He just kind of stands there.
She's not as scary as she used to be. She's not sure why he's not listening.
Malachi takes a step forward.
We are going to go investigate some of the locations these people frequented. Perhaps you should do the same in a different location.
Yeah, I guess... Well, I mean, we gotta keep these people out of the building, but... I mean, if y'all want to check the tavern, might not be too bad of an idea. Maybe the temple after that? Or not? I don't know, but you need to... Is Kiriki okay? Does she have a bit of a binger again?
You can
You
say
know-
that.
What? He used my name?
Yeah.
Do you know all
can
of my
I-
names?
He looks at you. Well, yeah. I mean, we've been working together. Are you okay?
She mumbles something in another language that no one else understands.
You okay?
It sounded like she definitely was swearing under her breath, but you're not entirely sure.
Look, if you need to go see somebody, you can go to the temple. You know, take some time. You know, take a lunch or maybe the rest of the day. I don't know.
Temple to who?
He just kind of looks at you. What do you mean?
Whose temple is it?
I assume it belongs to Artemis, but I don't really know who built it. That's That's a good question, actually. I never thought about it.
Who is worshipped at that temple?
Artemis. Holy cow, woman, are you okay? Y'all need to get her some food. Is her sugar dropping?
Go investigate the home residences of these people while we do further investigation into the taverns and the temples of this place. We will confer with you later. We will find you.
I mean, I'll be here because my job is literally to keep these people out of the building while she's dead.
Fine, then do that.
Okay.
Malachi will kind of tug at Kiriki's shoulder and just be like, come on,
It's not worth our time.
To the
He kind of like turns to one of the others and he goes, I think Kiriki's drunk again.
That man is insulting me.
That's not our concern right now.
It is always my concern.
You can be
They're in
concerned
a
about it
foreign
later.
place.
We
We're
have
in a
to
foreign
investigate.
place, and the spirits, if they are spirits, are only working off of whatever the soul of that individual once had. He is probably no more wiser of your existence than you are of his. It's just reacting to our different experience here. His insults are as empty as the air he breathes.
He
Spirits
is
breathe
lucky
air.
I do not slit his throat now. And Kiriki will storm off in a random direction.
All right. I'm going to use north, south, east, and west. But so outside the house to the front of it, you can see kind of a ditch that goes down before you get to grasslands. Beyond it, to where it looks like you're on the edge of town. North of you, or to your right, you see another home, just stone, simple. You can see like a small cobblestone road, and then across from that, more homes around that, and behind this building that you're currently at, to the east, is the Temple of Artemis. And kind of the central area, I guess you could say, there's a cluster of buildings, which we could call the center of town.
Do we start at the temple?
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Should we not start at the tavern? That is where they are being poisoned. Or
Do we know where the
assume.
tavern is?
I'm fine with either. Let's start at the tavern. Kiriki makes a good point. If they are all consuming the same thing, it's possible that that thing is poisoned.
Malachi will walk up to a random citizen that is walking about.
Yeah, you just see somebody walking down the street, like picking flowers. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me
You
not.
there?
Oh, hey there, Mr. Malachi. How are you doing today? Keeping the town safe, I see.
I've been better. I've seemed to have lost my way. Could you remind me where the tavern is, please?
Oh, yeah. So it's kind of right behind you here. But you want to go around this building, and you go south a little bit, and you want to take a left over there, around that corner, and then the tavern be right across the street right there. Okay.
Thank you. God's bless your day.
Oh, Artemis, see you to the have a good day.
The tavern's this way. Come.
And he'll lead the rest of the party that way.
Yep. You walk up there, and you see like a picture of a cyclops, and it says the giant witch. It's it has timber around the stone. It's a single-story building. It has a little bit of green to outline the roof and make it kind of stand out with the buildings around it. You can see there is a jewelry store next to it that you can see. Kind of to the right, going in a circle, is a blacksmith and general store. And then the Temple of Artemis, northwest.
Yeah, I guess we'll go into the tavern.
Alrighty. You go into the tavern. There is a man behind the counter. Looks nice and friendly. He is cleaning a glass. He wipes down the bar. Kind of gestures for you guys to sit down. And then he uses an accent that I just decided I wanted to use. Oh, hello there. Welcome to the tavern. I haven't seen you in days.
Ugh.
Would you like a lamb cake?
Oh,
We're
Oh.
in business.
I don't like him.
Oh, take
Don't
it
like
outside for the unhappy one. Kiriki, you okay?
it's best if you don't talk to her today.
Oh, I'm
Forever.
married, I understand.
Oh,
She is hyper aggressive today.
Oh no,
Drink?
No, we are here on business.
Oh, wait.
Malachi turns towards Kiriki and kind of like in a hushed voice is like,
Please don't kill him. We might need information from him.
Fine. I hate it here. I would like to go.
Me as well. We have to do this right.
You turn around, he has like a strange looking bread on a plate. Puts a knife on the plate with it.
Oat bread?
Again, no, we are here on business.
This is not alcoholic. It's okay.
There was
No, but we would like to
7
see your alcoholic beverages.
Oh!
Not for drinking.
Oh.
We need to examine them.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, come around the corner here, and then you can just, look at them all you want. Is something wrong?
That information is yet to be determined.
Oh, I hope it's not expired.
Now that it's expired.
He offered us bread?
Yeah, oat bread.
Kiriki is gonna walk up and, snatch it away from him.
He turned around, he's kind of opening all the barrels, so he doesn't really notice.
And
But
she does aggressively start sniffing it.
it's actually pretty fresh, so it smells decently good. Has a little bit of a cinnamony snip to it. But
Does it actually smell good, or does it smell like, I don't know.
does it smell poisoned?
Yeah! Are there
Roll-
scents in it that... Yeah, roll what?
No.
What should I roll?
Roll investigation, perception, nature. Find out if he's trying to kill you with oat bread.
You never know.
Diabolical.
I'm gonna roll nature. A 50.
A 15.
Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at it. You pull it apart a little bit. You see no flakes, but you can see where he grinded up the oat in order to make this bread. That would have taken hours to do. Just one loaf of bread. But you see no discoloration in it. Nothing hinting at it. But the cinnamon, a kind of tan off brown. But the oat, a tan off brown. Nothing else. It smells and looks okay.
She'll set it back down on the counter. Poor hygiene. She had her whole face on that, but she doesn't want it.
Kirky doesn't know what hygiene is. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
He takes the tops off the barrels. He uncorks different wines, and he kind of lays it out on the shelves behind him. You can see different stouts, different ales, different wines, all kinds. He just kind of does that, and then he backs up.
Ready for inspection!
Good, now leave.
How far?
Outside of the building. We need to conduct an investigation and we can't be distracted.
Oh, okay.
He kind of puts his head down and walks out the door.
Yeah, Malachi is gonna go ahead and start looking through these barrels of alcohol and different drinks and stuff. I'm gonna roll a medicine check to determine whether or not any of them seem to be poisoned.
What does anybody want to do to either look or assist him?
Kiriki is sniffing shit again.
Fair.
Andrak will give Malachi the help action.
Hey, Malachi, roll with advantage. Hadora, what are you doing? God himself didn't hear that.
Oh, it's would I be able to roll in perception on, kind of looking around? But that would be investigation.
No, you can perception it.
I would like to do a perception check to see if I see anything that looks off or weird.
Okay. Malachi, how'd you do?
21 on my medicine check.
Not bad, not bad. Kiriki?
Kiriki rolled another nature check trying to sniff out any poisons in it, and I rolled a natural 20 for a 24.
Damn. And Aldora with your perception?
24.
You guys did really fucking good here. You are 100% sure that none of this is poisoned.
Malachi dips a finger in and tastes it off of his finger. Is it good?
There's a sweet honey, but it has a little bit of almost a vanilla twang to it. So it's not overpowering, but the honey is the prominent flavor in this drink. But it's thick, stout, It's not
And
bad.
importantly, he can taste it.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of 1,000-yard stares for a second and then quickly scrambles and grabs a glass from the nearby counter and sinks it in there and just like starts drinking, like chugging it almost.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't know you were such a alcohol buff.
It has been nearly 60, maybe even 70 years since the last time I tasted anything, Andrak.
You are old.
Hades' gifts have granted me more than a normal lifespan.
I don't.
It came with penances, though. I have never been able, since obtaining my gifts, to taste food. It's been ash.
I feel like you are eating the wrong things. And Kiraki's eyebrow will like up like one side of it.
No, it's everything, trust me. I've tried.
Malachi, would you please roll a Constitution saving throw as you down this thing?
Hell yeah. I'd love to do that. A 6.
This is the best time ever. So you will have advantage on charisma checks of any kind, disadvantage on intelligence or wisdom checks of any kind.
Cool.
But you are you feel this warm tingling through your body, and this is good. Like, you feel good, it tastes good. That's delightful. A little strong.
I'm sorry.
No.
I simply haven't been able to partake in the pleasures of mortality in a long time, and it's moving in a more elevated pace than I could think.
It's a weakness.
He scoops out another drink.
I die.
Drinks.
Yeah.
Just gonna stop him. I think you've had enough. We can.
Would you
there's
deny
plenty-
me this?
Yes.
60 years, Aldora, of not being able to consume and enjoy fluids, and now you're going to deny me this?
Yes.
Don't lose your mind.
You have other things you could taste. There is food. Oat bread.
He turns and sets the glass down like with a thunk on the table and grabs a loaf of bread and just takes a big bite out of it.
It's pretty good. He ground it to a powder before he baked it with flour. And it's interesting. Like, it's like a cinnamon roll, but without the glaze.
Stop
Okay,
promoting.
right. We need to leave. We need to go now, or I'm going to get distracted. Let's go to the temple. I doubt there's delicious food there. Come.
He's gonna lean to Kiriki. Do you think he'll be alright?
I don't know.
Shit.
Like, should follow after Malachi, because like, how the fuck is she
Takes the
supposed to
bread
know?
with him.
After Kiriki and Malachi leave, Aldor would probably be the only one who catches it. But Andrak makes a facial expression for the first time, and it's, oh shit. And then he'll return back to flat face and leave.
Alright, you guys step outside. The tavern owner, whose name is Tinley.
Can I go back in now?
Malachi with a mouthful of bread.
Yes.
Is there money in the pockets as Andrak fumbles through them?
I'm sorry, what pockets?
His pockets. Does he have any money?
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Fake you is broke too.
We're all broke.
I'll
Yeah.
have to pay him back later. Malachi.
He, says under his breath, Aldora, you kind of catch it with your passive perception. He goes,
That is 1 silver.
Malachi pats himself down. There's no coin on him.
nope.
He kind of pats himself down and looks up.
Put it on my tab. I'll be back later this evening to pay you for it.
Okay, thank you.
You guys step out of this tavern, and to your right, to the north, is the jeweler. Across this little area is the Temple of Artemis. Beautiful and new. This building looks spotless. It's like the cities you remember before the shit hit the fan. Across from you and next to the temple is a store where you can buy your general supplies. Blacksmith, which you guys almost feel familiar with because you're pretty sure that guy knows your weapons and you quite well. You guys see the figure of Artemis on one knee, bow drawn, 2 hounds on either side of her, and you're gonna head that way when
next week.
Yeah.